They probably shut it down.
Saw Blade Runner, I was stunned. Ridley Scott's vision struck so many chords, I could immediately recognize its impact on the entire cinematic world. Now, I have been given the amusing opportunity to continue the story and direct Blade Runner 2049, which picks up 30 years after the first film.
It's crazy.
So with that in mind, I decided to ask a couple of artists that I respect to create 3 short stories that dramatize some key events that occurred after 2019, when the first Blade Runner takes place, but before 2049, when my new Blade Runner story begins. My friend Luke Scott has directed this short film you're about to see. I hope you enjoyed this special glimpse into the world of Blade Runner 2036.
You guys, I'm just a huge Jared Leto fan anyway.
Bearings from the time. Roll damage to the blackout. But there are sometimes fragments.
Okay. Los Angeles again. Interesting. She can't tell who's replicants anymore. They're survivors.
Nope. Conclusion session, 11:17 p.m. Testimony of Niander Wallace to the magistrate sectors DL 119 through 26 and so forth ended empty.
Reading a confession of somebody who wasn't there.
So.
Thank you for your patience. I did not intend to keep you waiting. The particulars of my affliction make travel difficult.
Mr. Wallace, we granted you this meeting in deference to your contributions.
Your strange contribution.
We recognize that for the public good, for their health.
You remember hunger. So you indulge the recluse whose patents keep that hunger at bay. I believe in life. In fact, I have wrung more life from our Earth than ever before. But it is dying. You are dying. Which brings us to our present concern.
Prohibition.
We have made clear our position.
The prohibition of replicant technology is not subject to debate.
Nor is its repeal.
Yet we are debating.
Not we. All that was lost in the blackout, this cut of history, died unborn.
Humanity has only survived this long by crushing the Earth to suit its needs. The stars, our only hope, are hidden beyond the lives you will not allow me to create.
Off-world colonies are thriving.
Insufficient to the needs of ultimate survival. Your laws have changed the hands of progress.
The laws keep blood off the streets. Nexus phase is unreliable. Safeguards put in place by Tyrell were negligent.
Too many have died. We will not add to that number. My replicants will live as long or as short as a customer will pay. My replicants will never rebel. They will never run. They will simply obey.
Wow.
Step forward.
That must be the Wallace Corporation, huh?
Find your weapon, do this now.
Say. What is this?
This is an angel, and I made him. Look up to the left, reveal.
Wow.
You're committing a crime, Wallace.
Yep.
Now that's enough.
Lift the glass. Cut.
No.
This is wrong. Does it hurt?
Yes.
You must make a choice. Your life or mine.
Wait, what?
Do you understand?
Yes.
Do this now. This is wrong.
Wow.
That guy killed himself, right?
Human action resounds in the heavens. The bell echoes above. What we decide here today will polish or crack the firmament. What shall it be?
Wow. Well then.
Oh.
Yeah, pause that for a
Yeah,
second.
let me stop.
The next one is autoplaying here.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, what? So, following from the anime, this is, I guess, like 15 years later or something like that.
Yeah.
And so, with this, the end of the anime had a mention of like later on they were approved in this, and so that's what we just watched was the debating scene where they came in and showed essentially that Wallace showed the replicant that was completely obedient.
Yeah.
Though still human in the sense of feeling pain, and even apparently having to choose. I don't know if that was just the wording that he used or that, but he actually then he ended up killing himself.
Yeah.
So everybody he just left. He just leaves you hanging there. But clearly, we know that he ended up. You know that the board that was there ended up agreeing to allow replicant production again.
Yeah.
You know, this actually reminds me of the 3 laws of robotics.
Oh,
Like 3 primary rules of robotics. Like, a robot can do no harm to a person, must obey a human's orders unless it conflicts with the first law, and then a robot can defend itself unless it conflicts with the first 2 laws.
Yeah.
Because that kind of seems to be what he built into the replicants.
Yeah, absolutely. There's some form of subservience there because he basically said he will do what I tell him to do. The batch of replicants that I've created, they can be even like it was enticing to actually hear like, all right, well, I can make them have a full lifespan as long as you want, or I can make them to be, you know, if you need them for a day and they're expandable, we can kill them.
Whatever the client will pay. So it's still like this is about business here.
Yeah,
going
like
through.
It's still them creating something that's better, but to their own means, and they're still basically like servants or slaves. And it's like it's even worse now because yes, they're continuing to production of replicants, and there's still like an ability for them to still coexist. But it's like what cost? Like that he told him to cut himself to prove, I feel this pain. But yet, like, I want you to have the option of doing it, but your program will not override that, essentially, like you said, with the laws. And that bodes the question of, is this merited? Of course not. Like,
everybody was freaking out watching it, like, trying to get him to stop.
And he didn't.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's weird because I wonder if they wanted to stop the production because they knew that this was wrong, or if they were like, I just don't want any more deaths, I just want to wash my hands of it. I really don't know. I wanted to kind of get a little bit more intel of like that whole process and how they got to that point. They were in like a confined area because I thought he was going to have the replicant just kill them. That's what I thought initially, and then it was like, it was worse than that. I don't know. So yeah, that was a really good clip. Was that like 5 minutes, 6 minutes?
Yeah, it was a shorter clip, but it was still solid. I mean, it looks like the next one's about maybe 5 minutes too.
Yeah.
What do you score to that?
I mean, I give that one a 10. Like, for that amount of time to give so much content in such a short like that, like I was like, that could have been in the movie for all I knew. Like I don't know, it was great.
It's true. So. I don't know. I feel like I'd give it an 8 or 9, and I probably just because I just watched the anime version of like the anime prequel before, and it's just like it's a hard bar to set.
It
because
is
of like just the pure art that goes into that.
Yeah. And I'm biased with Jared Leto. Like, from my understanding, like the contact lens that he put on his eyes, he legitimately made himself blind. Like for real.
Wow.
So like he devoted himself to when he's looking around and talking and projecting, he really can't see anything. So for him to be as devoted to that, and then them to have this like look of dread, like what the heck are you doing? Like I was caught up in the moment, so I'm actually now more ready for the movie. But we're gonna check out 2048, which is I guess a year before.
Yes, because it's 2049 is the movie, so 2048. But yeah, we'll check that out here in a minute.
Yeah, we'll be right back.